What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Well, the road to WrestleMania almost finished as the AT&T Stadium is within sight. Will Smackdown coast its way to the showcase of the Immortals, or will it put pedal to the metal? Well, join us now as we look at this week's edition of the Blue Brand, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the sad truth behind Triple H's retirement, and how there were plans for him, how the wrestling world has reacted, an ex-WWE superstar takes a cheap shot at Triple H, Hogan claims he's found the new next Hulk Hogan, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now, as always, we won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, Brock smashes Smackdown. Brock Lesnar showed why he's a human tornado, cutting a path of destruction on Smackdown as he attempted to bait Roman Reigns to attack him. Lesnar's destruction of the Tribal Chief's office, his vandalism of Reigns' SUV, and the grand finale of Lesnar fighting his way through security and sending the Bloodline running away was a good, if not great, way to continue the build-up for the WrestleMania match. Number 2, good wrestling. I'll say what you will about last night's unimaginative booking and haphazard hype for WrestleMania, but the Blue Brand rocked it in terms of delivering some solid matches. Matches like Shinsuke vs Jimmy Uso, Ricochet vs Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, and the Fatal 4-Way between Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Rhea Ripley and Queen Zelina provided lots of action, high spots and flat-out entertainment. Number 3, Paul Heyman is awesome. Paul Heyman continues to excel as the wise man to Roman Reigns, a sniveling coward who provides a brilliant blend of personality that enhances Roman's character but doesn't steal the spotlight. Roman has come a long way from when he needed Paul Heyman to help him on promos, but Heyman has become such a big part of the bloodline that it's hard to think of him not being around. He's the man fans love to hate and who provides comic relief as needed. But that was the good. What about the bad is number 1, unimaginative booking. Last night's Smackdown showed a complete lack of imagination when it came to the show's booking. Nearly every singles match was used to build the various tag team matches at WrestleMania, and while the matches were good, the creative team put zero effort in last night's show. Number 2, Ronda's wretched promos. Ronda Rousey continues to provide entertaining promos, but she has no business cutting them. Okay, let's be fair, not everyone has the gift of the gab, although some wrestlers can improve given the right time of training, but the WWE should know better than to expose someone's weakness, especially when they're a main eventer. The WWE should really keep Ronda's promos really short, or better yet, just give her a recorded backstage promo until she really improves. Number 3, lackluster WrestleMania hype. The Blue Brand provided a bare bones build-up for WrestleMania, and while the build-up wasn't exactly awful, it was surprisingly dull compared to this week's Raw. Yeah, Raw actually did something better than Smackdown. Last night was actually Smackdown's go-home show, as the Blue Brand will feature 2 matchups leading into WrestleMania weekend, so why the lack of hype? Well, some pundits have argued that Smackdown has done it all it can do to hype its Mania matches, and it seems like this is the case with Brock Lesnar vs Roman, as they've exhausted the usual build-ups such as contract signings, sneak attacks, etc. Still, the WWE seems complacent in promoting Mania. Number 4, Ricochet booked for Smackdown and not Mania. It looks like the WWE's booking of Ricochet says all you need to know about his push as IC champion. While fans were thrilled to see him capture another singles title, not featuring a champion on WrestleMania, even the pre-show, is kind of an insult to Ricochet and the IC strap. The triple threat match should be exciting, so why not book it on WrestleMania? It's understandable why the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is booked on Smackdown, as it is an exciting way to lead into Mania, and its absence from the showcase is understandable, although we do think it could have easily been booked on the pre-show. Now, there's nothing downright ugly, as last night's show featured several excellent matches, but an anemic build-up for the WWE's biggest show of the year. Was the creative team too busy booking Mania? If so, let's hope the efforts pay off, as last night's Smackdown was a sorry excuse for a go-home show. But what did you guys think of the Blue Brand last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's move on to the news. Now, our first story looks at the sad truth behind Triple H's retirement. Atop in the news today is Triple H's announcement that he has officially retired from wrestling. Despite WrestleMania 38 just a week away, all the wrestling world seems to be talking about is the game's shocking statement. Hunter, who suffered a life-threatening cardiac incident last September, spoke with ESPN about what happened and why he's done. I will never wrestle again. First of all, I have a defibrillator in my chest, which probably not a good idea for me to get zapped on live television. Yeah, that would be horrifying. The 52-year-old WWE Hall of Famer revealed the circumstances leading to his brush with death last year, telling ESPN's First Take that a bout with viral pneumonia led to a doctor's visit where an examination disclosed Helmsley had fluid in both his lungs and around his heart. Doctors told him the situation was grim. I was nosediving and sort of at the 1-yard line of where you don't want to be really, for your family and your future. There's moments in there when they're putting you out for stuff and you think, is this it? Do you wake up from this? That's tough to swallow and makes you think differently. Now, while Triple H had not officially retired, his wrestling appearances did become increasingly rare as he focused on watching over NXT. While Triple H didn't rule out a return to the ring, such as when he battled Randy Orton on Raw in January of 2021 after McIntyre tested positive for COVID, he seemed content not wrestling. Ironically, Vince McMahon had actually discussed the Cerebral Assassin's return to action at WrestleMania 38. Triple H elaborated, I was already at a place in my career as far as in-ring goes where I was comfortable being done and finished. If the right thing came along, I hadn't really said much, but if the right thing came along and they wanted me to do it, I had a conversation with Vince McMahon about doing something at WrestleMania this year in Dallas. We talked and there were plans for, but obviously when this happened, it shut all that down. As far as the schedule, WWE is an intense place. It's 24/7 and you're running. It put things in perspective for me. Now, the 14-time world champion has done everything possible in the WWE and seemed content with how his career transpired. We wish Triple H all the best as he embarks on a new chapter in his life. And it's pretty cool that he first debuted on March 24th, 1992 with his official in-ring debut, only to retire almost 30 years and 1 day later on the 25th March 2022. Damn, what a career though. Next up, the wrestling world reacts to Triple H's announcement. The wrestling community is sending out a number of touching tributes and messages of thanks to Triple H following the news of his retirement. The Miz mentioned, Triple H, it was an honor to have shared the ring with you. Thank you for the wealth of knowledge you have given me over the years. Enjoy the extra time you will now have with your girls. Hashtag thank you Triple H. Adam Scherr aka Braun Strowman just mentioned, thank you. Alberto Del Rio even released a statement via Lucha Libre Online thanking Triple H for all he's given to the industry and blazing a path. Here's a quick excerpt. You've been involved in the wrestling industry 100% to pass that torch and make sure the whole business can keep running for many years to come. Triple H, I'm really happy to know that you're safe at home with your family and loved ones. I only want to take a minute to say, God bless you. Hope that we can cross pathways again. Now, as fans know, Triple H guided many wrestlers' careers in NXT, many who have jumped on the main roster. Alexa Bliss tweeted a touching tribute including revealing who came up with the idea for Alexa's Playground. The man who came up with the concept of Alexa's Playground, so talented in and out of the ring, thank you for everything Triple H, what an incredible in-ring career. Dana Brooke tweeted, you started my journey, you believed in me, thank you. Other messages from fans and wrestlers just show how many people Triple H has entertained, mentored and helped during his career, a true testament to his life and legacy. Thankfully Triple H is still with us and you can be certain he has more to offer. But still, there's some real crabs in the group, of course, with one ex-WWE star taking a cheap shot at him. Now, in a move that can only be called a dick move, wrestler Ryback, better known as Cryback for his constant complaints about his time in WWE, took a real cheap shot after Triple H announced his retirement, tweeting, you ended up being the biggest disappointment for me personally from loving you growing up, but I wish you well in retirement and future good health. Now, we've all heard of the backhanded compliments, and Cryback seems to have taken venom-filled well wishes to the next level. Consider this subsequent tweet. I truly wish him well. He went out of his way to prevent multiple opportunities for me, lied, and is part of a company I have a legal battle with, and I've won everything. I put out a heartfelt message and speak from experience, but wish him the best. Negative marks are horrible. Seriously, this guy just needs to piss off at this point. There's nothing more to say. This guy's still putting hashtag Ryback in his own tweets. Buzz off. And finally, Hulk Hogan reveals the next Hulk Hogan. And last but not least, the Hulkamania phenomenon led to many a promoter finding the next Hulk Hogan. A task that proved easier said than done as various wrestlers proved you need more than just a good physique to reach the stars. Even the Hulkster himself has commented on the flavor of the month wrestlers who promoters thought might be the next Hogan, but now the two-time Hall of Famer thinks he may have found the next Hulk Hogan. Hogan posted on Instagram, "The old school respect with the new school, hashtag Jinder Mahal physicality. He's a bad man, brother. With the right push, he could be the new generation Hulk Hogan. He's got it all, brother." Hogan's Instagram post showed the 35-year-old Mahal standing next to the Hulkster at Hogan's beat shop. While Mahal has plenty to offer in the ring, his frequent injuries make it risky to push him and put a title on him. But there you have it, folks, our look at this week's edition of Smackdown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.